Namaste, this is Das, and welcome to the Why Hold On series. Now, in the previous dialogue, we looked at fear and what is fear really holding on to. Today, we are going to look at one layer deeper, which is that fear is holding on to a set of possibilities that we prefer. Now, at an intellectual level, we all are fully aware that there is infinite possibilities. And out of those infinite possibilities, there is a known set of possibilities and there is an unknown set of possibilities. Now, we are fully aware that the known set of possibilities already a very small list and the unknown possibilities is a very long list because your mind can't comprehend what you don't know. It has no ability to grab something which may have worked for someone else, but that possibility you may not be able to comprehend because you can't correlate to it. So, within the known possibilities, we further narrow it down to our preferred possibilities and the non preferred possibilities. So, unknown ones, we are already parking in a dangerous space, too risky. Those possibilities, we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to think about it. It gives you anxiety, it gives you botheration. It's your uncomfortable place to be. Within the known possibilities, there is preferred and not preferred. And if you observe carefully, how we do the selection is by emotionally tagging it. So, all the positive possibilities, we start emotionally tagging it with pleasure, with comfort, with good feelings, which makes you a temporary dopamine fix, happiness, whatever you want to call it. But it's temporary. And all the unfavorable possibilities, you can say they are not my best ones. I don't like it, but they are within the known bucket. They are the ones which gives you the negative emotions, pain, sadness, grief, some kind of um, discomfort, uneasiness, irritation, frustration. All of those are negative tagging. So any possibility that we are emotionally tagging in a negative way, we put it outside of our boundary. We don't want to get there. And anything that we positively tag with positive emotions, we say this is going to be my preferred set of realities. It's like you go to a restaurant and it's a menu. You know, you don't want to eat this, you don't want to eat this. So in the menu, there is a lot of things. And the chef can make even more things if you ask them. But now you're narrowing down to only what you are going to eat, what you are going to like. And that's it. So the more times you look at the menu, the more times you start only paying attention to the items that you would like to order. So those possibilities, they become our preferred possibilities, the one with the emotional tagging of positivity and happiness and pleasure. So you can see how slowly from this list of infinite possibilities, we have narrowed it down to a very small subsection of possibilities that we would like to experience in so-called life. And that can be in either of the categories. It can be in relationship, business, job, money making, status. You have already predefined it. Now, the fear is to protect these preferred possibilities. And you can look back. Don't This dialogue is only to examine how we operate. This is not to judge right or wrong. So please don't criticize any of the opportunities you have taken in the past or how you think. This is just to observe. And then you can make a decision yourself. That out of these infinite possibilities, we are looking at a very small, narrow list. And the more times we pick the items from this narrow list, the more times we get this kick of a comfort, of a pleasure, of a something which you call it happiness. You have classified happiness with that comfort and pleasure. Now, it becomes a never ending cycle. You take it, you finish it, you take it, you finish it, and you work hard to get it back on the horse again. That becomes your cycle. But because we are looking at life through such a narrow lens of possibilities that we prefer, we create an emotional boundary We create a boundary that, yes, we are aware that some other possibilities exist, but within this boundary, this is our reality, which we would like to keep within that boundary. So intellectually, you're aware, but psychologically, there is a barrier. There is a there is a gap that starts building between your reality and the non-preferred realities. It's like there's two worlds. They don't belong to you. And slowly that gap starts increasing. It's like looking at something in the rear view mirror of the car, and you keep going forward, further, further, further out until the object in the rear view mirror is so far out that it's almost invisible. Now, the object itself is not invisible, the object is still exactly where it was, but you have created so much of a gap between you and that object that in the rear view mirror, it is almost impossible to pinpoint if it even exists. So, we do exactly that with the possibilities that we don't prefer at all. So, the more times we are engaging with the realities we prefer, that starts to become our reality. We only prefer to engage with that part of the reality. I'm talking most of the people. There are people I know who intentionally go outside that list of possibilities, but that percentage is very small. And we are making this dialogue for people who are all the time more interested in the preferred realities. They are literally getting fixated. This is my world. That's how I would like to operate. And this is this is the beginning of the intentional suffering that they create, because the more reality they create, the more is the intentional suffering. So, and the question is there any other kind of suffering? If it is not intentional, is there any natural suffering? That's for us to think. The more times we are repeating our preferred possibilities, the more time we start negotiating with our life, with the world that we experience. The more we start compromising, the more we start demanding for others to participate in our reality. And if someone is not agreeing to that reality that you think is the preferred reality or preferred possibility, then you automatically think that this person is not understanding me. He is not in my world. He's not my well wisher. The point is, he or she has nothing to do with your preferred possibilities. You are absolutely entitled to make your preferred possibilities. But if you are going to shortlist a set of possibilities, then it is also absolutely your job to deal with what comes with it. All the suffering that comes with it, it's absolutely your job to deal with it. So you can go to a therapist, you can go to a psychotherapist, a psychologist, and they will all be willing to work with you to give you tools, and they are brilliant people. But at the end of the day, it is your job to look at your own patterns, to look at your own behavior, to look at your own mechanism of shortlisting from these infinite possibilities, only a set of possibilities that you think you're going to be happy with. So, and that's the same thing with the job, that's the same thing with the business, that's the same thing with the relationship. It's not like in a relationship, it's not that people don't know that your partner can depart the world, depart the town, depart the job, can have a different idea about a different man or a woman, depending on who you are. Um, so you are aware of that intellectual separation, of that arguments, but yet, because we are so fixated on our reality, our possibilities, we demand, we start priming each other to saying that give me the vows that promise me you will be with me forever. See, in the infinite possibilities, yes, that is one of the possibilities, but writing it on a piece of paper on an agreement is doesn't mean anything apart from the fact that that person feels that way perhaps right now. Apart from that, it has no value whatsoever apart from your psychological brain carrying a value about it. Yet, people go on writing sagas about it. And some people can say, oh, well, it was just a point in time. But if that's the case, then why are there endless, I'm talking endless cases in family courts and divorces, these people going to lawyers, psychologists, relationship counselors. Why is that? Because the fixation on that possibility is so strong that they can't snap out of it, that there is infinite world of possibilities. And yes, always in that infinite world of possibilities, those two categories are always going to be there. One is going to be painful, one is going to be pleasurable. But you don't know what you don't know. But why are you fixating on a small set of probabilities? We are having these dialogues to dismantle each bondage, each fixation, one after another, one after another. Because this is the preliminary work. If we don't do it, we can't go forward. Of course, it is a invitation. It is not a compulsion for you to look at it. It is a pure invitation. If you choose to look at it, you're more than welcome. And I'll be super happy to work with you. For now, we are only going to observe that how we operate as a human being on this planet. So the question I leave with you today is that why are we holding on to this mechanism of shortlisting only a very narrow list of possibilities from this world of infinite possibilities? Why are we holding on to this mechanism? So I'll leave this dialogue with you until we meet again. Namaste. This is Das. Have a great week ahead. Bye bye.